S-O-N theory was less than to articulate a message clearly. There's one more act that I've got to mention. For the subject of solo MCs beckons, act that brought politics to the forefront with so much force it was hard to ignore them. An act that inspired their fans with lyrics and entertained them with big clocks and gimmicks. Act I couldn't do justice to if there was 10 of me, the one and only Public Enemy. But that's part one, that's part one. On part two, yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm gonna see if there's any of the artists first. Now I spoke of collectives in part one. In part two, I'm gonna speak of hip-hop's only sons. Just gotta think of where to begin. Where else than the lyrical genius Rakim? He was a teacher. Knowledge and wisdom were his battle tools. The streets of South Bronx and Harlem, his catchment schools. But he wasn't the only one teaching this curriculum, because chaos reigns supreme over nearly everyone. KRS made his name beefing with the Juice Crew. Still entertaining to this day, pushing truth through. They were the teachers, monarchs of this hip-hop game. With Slick Rick the Ruler and Big Daddy Kane. Although the styles couldn't be more different, they both exploded, blowing up sound systems. Turned each venue into their kingdom. When they left, they'd take the party with them. I'm dropping two more names before I leave this beat. Planted hip-hop seeds in the concrete street. Without these two, hip-hop would have been a non-starter. Cool Herc and Africa Bombata. So that's part two. There wasn't a lot of individual rappers there, but there's a lot of groups. Here's a few of my favourites. This is Adela Soul. This is Public Enemy, possibly the most important hip-hop album of all time. So their bargains at £10 each. We're doing an offer at the moment. If you buy any of these with our album, you can get the pair for £20, which means you're only paying £2 over what it costs to buy them individually. What should we do? Have you got any other beats? I'll keep going. This is nice. I'll do the funky hits of the Dunlop Sack vs Scroobius Pip album. Let me just think. But like a lounge version. Every now and then I cower and I need to find empowerment. Empowerment is paramount to how I can begin to mount. Plan that I can implement and make a dent on ignorance instead of drunk religions, dissidence and mystery, and especially in this instance, never-ending persistence to use the words of neediness. If there were blunt instruments to beat a hold in their defense, beauty and their innocence, serves to build resistance in spite of all my good intent, the beat that my heart skips. This song's called The Beat That My Heart Skips. This is the beat that my heart skips. This is the beat that my heart skips. Alright, which one should I do next? Alright, now I'm going to go through track by track. I remember hearing Mos Def run the alphabet. I just sat there in silence as a sign of respect. I knew what I had to do, that's what happened next. I run the periodic table to stay one step ahead. It's in the periodic table, hydrogen's number one. Because hydrogen is what puts the shine in the sun. Through nuclear fusion, when it's done, you get element number two, helium. Helium's the second lightest gas that there is. So we use it in balloons we give to little kids. Lithium's often used to treat mental problems. Beryllium don't conduct electric currents, it stops them. Boron can be used to make things harder. That smoke coming out of your exhaust. Carbon. Carbon's arguably the most important element. And nitrogen in the air are almost 80%. The rest of the air is mainly oxygen. And fluorine is the lightest of the halogens. That's enough teaching. I ain't trying to bore ya, just trying to be a positive role model for ya. That track was called Development. Track 2, on to track 3. I need to take my jacket off if we're going to get through all of these. It's going to be a long night. My head's in a mess and I'm stressed, but I guess it's a test in the quest for happiness. The rest of that mess, so I bet just acquiesce, even though I've grown tired of you. And that ain't meant to sound spiteful, I just try to be insightful. When I write all my emotions and then knock all the stuff I try to fight will just come out. The sad fact is, I'm so tired of you. Love, it's a weird thing, ain't it? There's no way to explain it, but I swear as well as pain there should be joy, but we sustain the same level of mundane and it's numbing me through. I also wonder if I miss you, and so after years to kiss you. If an issue was to hit, pretend it's hard enough with issue. Said issue was too big to just ignore, and I walked out on you. That was Look for the Woman, track 3. I really am going through all of them. You're going to have to just sit patiently. I need to remember the words. Some of them we don't do very often. That one's rubbish. That one's rubbish. That one's rubbish. That one's depressing. Oh, here's one. Thou shalt blah, 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 blah. Thou shalt listen to all of my opinions and do exactly as I say, because I'm more knowledgeable than any of you about every situation in life. That was from Thou Shalt Always Kill by Dan Lessac versus Scroobius Pip. Hip-hop is art. To make another pop hit, be smart. Take it back to the start of car, rest and rock him, use passion and heart. Hip-hop is art. To make another pop hit, be smart. Take it back to the start of car, rest and rock him, use passion and heart. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't dissing this shop. I'm just using these beats. I can't rhyme with that, sorry, I'm trying to freestyle and I'm not a freestyler. I do apologise. Hang on, let me see. A little sample of a song that we don't do live, but I might do the beginning of tonight if you're lucky enough to come along. Suddenly I step up with some verses subjects, trying to feed the need for more than just remedial subjects. My faith in the belief, the general public, open up their minds to more than just an industry puppet. Ain't a preacher preaching doom and gloom, not just shit. If there's something I feel strongly about, then I'll discuss it. If I only make one hour before I kick the bucket, I'll the album to my heart in my grave and say... There was a swear word there that I edited out for this public event. I think that's about all I've got, is that okay? That's just a brief run through of the album. I apologise that Dan Lessac couldn't make it, but if anyone wants anything signed, just come and have a chat. Cheers.
Pleasure.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
That was good crack.